Never again. Never again will you aim so high. Back in high school, you were the best. You won the prize for accounting. You were the duck scholar. You were the head boy. You were the head girl. And so when you went into university, you came in with the same lofty ambition to be the best. Except now, you never seem to be the best. You get your first 60 or your first 50 and feel like you're constantly playing catch up, never truly in the driver's seat. Maybe now reality's setting in and excellence isn't really who you are. Or maybe you're simply seeing it all wrong. Having made it into accounting, into the accounting programs across the country, simply that fact in the first place, that places you amongst the best, does it not? And maybe that is the truth you've been overlooking, that your excellence is very much still in action and growing with every struggle and study session. Maybe you can still be the excellence you always knew you were. Today, we are joined by Christin Thomas, CASA and founder of APC support program, The Passing Mindset. We chat about how you can still aspire to be excellent regardless of your rank on the road to CASA. We also chat about how to hack your brain out of nervousness, her experience working as a CA in the UK, ways to use your UK Euro earnings to build wealth in South Africa, whether there is or isn't an end to excellence, and more. I hope you enjoy. My travelers on the road to CASA. If I had the buttons, which you still haven't funded. If I had the buttons, I'd be pressing them right now because congrats to all the APC passes. Congrats to all you people who passed the APC. Finally, we're getting closer to that great new beginning. To finally say that it can begin in CASA. The last exam is really what everyone else is also looking forward to. So you are through it all and we congratulate you, man. For those who haven't yet been successful with their APC, if you're repeating next year or in the next APC bout, please check out the Passing Mindset. Our guest today is the founder of the Passing Mindset, and she's your gal if you are repeating APC and need a little bit of support here and there. Linked in the show notes. And with that, on to the episode. Welcome back, my people. This is the Road to CA podcast, the show for aspiring chartered accountants to inspire, empower, and inform the difference makers of tomorrow. Guys. Woo! Today we're joined by a traveler of the world and of the road. Only that she is past the road to CA. She is a chartered accountant, or CASA, as a senior audit manager at Forvis Mazars in the UK. She was also top 10 in ITC in 2018 and top 10 in APC in 2019. And her trail of excellence has led her to founding the Passing Mindset, an academic support program focused on repeating students of the SAICA APC. Most importantly, she loves to volunteer, exercise in many different ways, running, spinning, F45, Pilates, yoga, the works. She loves to read and trot the globe in her spare time. And she's not just an overachieving, nerdy, amazing person. She's also very fun, by the way. We're joined by that APC girl. We're joined by Christin Thomas. Christin, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm very excited to be here. Excited, not nervous. Thank you for having me.
Excited, not nervous. Let's delve on that. into that.
Yes. So I'm not going to use the big words. I'm going to explain it like a normal person. Basically, your brain has a way of expressing emotion, as we all know, but it doesn't understand the difference between nervousness and excitement. So your body reacts in the same way. You get sweaty hands, heart beating faster, all of those good things.
All that stuff that happens in the exam.
Exactly, while you're sitting there. And you can actually trick your brain into thinking that you are excited and not nervous. So that's one of the tools I like to teach in the passing mindset, especially for repeaters that obviously inevitably you will be a lot more nervous second time round. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not nervous. I'm very excited.
She is so excited, guys. You will see her. She's sweating and her hands are shaking. No, I'm joking. But it's so funny how this exact principle can be applied everywhere.
Yes.
So literally, I was a speech coach this year, and the same principle. And even at the end, when we were doing like a post-mortem of like the whole year, some of the students that I was teaching, so they were high schoolers, they mentioned this principle as the takeaway from the year.
That's incredible.
Which is amazing. And I think you can take it everywhere.
You can. You can do it any time you get nervous. And also for other emotions, right? Obviously, nervousness and excitement are two that are very relatable. But there's a lot of other emotions that you can probably manage a lot better.
You could probably just delve into the feeling to try and take ownership of the feeling.
Exactly.
To try and take control of it. Because I even think about sadness, right? There was this one amazing Dr. Seuss quote. Yeah, Dr. Seuss. That guy is full of wisdom, but I might butcher it.
Just
but
try.
I'm gonna try. Like, this is my job. Don't look at something as a loss and be sad. Smile because it happened.
Yes.
You know, like when something's happened, you know, it could be loss, it could be anything quote unquote bad that you don't have anymore.
Yeah.
You can look at it as the reason why you're sad is because it was so great.
Yeah, it was so good that you're sad that you don't have it anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's always an angle that we can look at.
Yes, definitely.
Let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go
Taking
rewind
it back now, y'all.
all the way back to where CASA, this whole thing, began for you.
So probably grade 9, I had to choose my subjects, and I knew that I did not want to do anything science related. That was just not for me. I couldn't even think about blood without feeling queasy. So like biology was not for me. Physics, not interested. And both my parents were kind of in the business realm of things. My brother also went down the business route. So I was like, okay, I'm going to be a businesswoman.
Where were your parents and where did your brother go? Like, just, you can give us like they went SEMA or whatever.
No, so my brother went more like marketing business route. He's now a very good salesman, literally achieving the world. So it was more just the commercial aspect of it, not like becoming doctors or anything like that. That is just not for us. And I've always had kind of a passion for teaching as well. And my accounting teacher at school was a chartered accountant and she was a teacher. So I was like, okay, well, this is good, I guess. And kind of looked into the different degrees that I could do after school when I got to university. And chartered accountancy seemed to be the best. So I chose all my subjects in grade 9 so that I could get there when I got to university, and that's basically where the journey began.
Sure. You put all your eggs in one basket.
I did. I really did.
There was this interesting Kobe Bryant quote. He said, put your eggs in one basket because you can just get more eggs.
Or change your baskets.
So
No, you can't.
you look, you've already put your eggs, but why don't you just get more eggs?
Yeah.
Once you become a CA, why don't you just pivot?
Do more.
Just do more.
Yeah.
Just go start a board course. Or, I don't know.
We're not allowed to call it a board course.
It's not a board course, but it's
program.
It's a program that provides similar value to your board course.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't want Psycha coming after me for calling it a board course.
Look, you're putting us on there in the UK. In fact, we also have to talk about that Psycha UK committee as well. But before we get to that, you mentioned how academia was a thing that you loved.
Yeah.
You also had an interest in teaching as well.
Yeah.
But now, you, after varsity, you wanted to become an AT, but you couldn't.
Yes, unfortunately.
Can you tell me a story about that?
So basically, I went through the whole kind of interview process. I was selected to be the tax AT at tax. But it seems that everyone at Deloitte wanted to become an AT.
Oh, shucks.
So they basically couldn't let all of us do it. And they kind of, in nice terms, said that I basically couldn't do it. And in hindsight, at that point in time, it was really everything that I wanted to do. I had my journey set out. I'm a big planner. So I was like, okay, AT, do articles for 2 years, do my secondment, all of the things. And it was the first time that something in my plan had kind of gone wrong. And I was really disappointed at that time. But in hindsight, I think going to articles and doing 3 years in articles was probably better for me anyway. Just personally, where I was in my life, the things I needed to learn and grow and do. And I've also met so many wonderful people through articles. I don't think I would have necessarily met them all, experienced them all in the same capacity if I'd been an AT. So it was difficult at that time. But looking back, I don't think I missed out on as much as I thought I was going to miss out.
I think you're living it out through the passing mindset.
Yeah, exactly. Pivot. Add more eggs.
Add more. Just get more eggs. Just get more eggs. There was this really interesting quote. I can't credit anyone for it because I think it was a guy who was quoting another guy. So I'm just gonna say it.
Right. Said by unknown.
Said by unknown. He said that realists are more likely to be right. Optimists are more likely to be happy and rich.
Yeah.
And I feel like, the best way to look at it is from an optimistic lens.
Yeah.
Because, we could be quote unquote realists and we could say, but if I had went to AT, then my life could.
No.
Pointless.
Exactly.
Robs you of your happiness and of the opportunities that you gained. Yeah,
exactly. And it would have taken me maybe down a different path. Maybe I would have gone more into full-on lecturing. But I'm not upset that I'm not that.
Now you're in the UK.
Yeah. Now I'm in the UK.
Now you're trotting the globe.
And I'm thoroughly enjoying being back in South Africa and having some sun on my skin. So severely deficient in vitamin D, my GP told me the other day. I'm like, I know. She's like, no, it's really bad. You're really, really deficient. I was like, okay. But yeah, loving the UK for now. Might move back, might not. Don't know what's next for me. But yeah, I don't think if I was a lecturer, I would be in the UK.
Is the grass greener?
It's a difficult question because it depends what you're kind of looking for.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to move and see the world differently, learn how to be by myself. I lived alone for a year, which I've never done ever. I don't think I'd ever do again either. I drive myself insane. But you do miss home, you miss family. It's really difficult, but we have a really good community there as well. A lot of my closest friends are there, so you feel like you have a bit of a family, but you do miss those moments here. It was my brother's wedding this year, for example, and him and I are like best friends. And it was really difficult not to be there on every step of the lead up to the wedding. Of course, I was there for the day, and he was nice enough to save choosing his suit for me when I came to visit. But you kind of miss those really big and small moments. I think that's what's really, really difficult. Also, people think you earn more, but you also pay more.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Yes, you earn more. But my rent is ridiculous. So
So my brother's looking at overseas.
Yeah.
So he's eligible to register.
Oh, lovely.
So he's about to qualify, and he said this thing which is like, the pound is only valuable in South Africa.
Yes, absolutely. When you convert it that way.
Yeah.
I had a 2-pound glass of wine last night. That was amazing.
Yeah.
But you're still in the UK paying £9 for a glass of wine. So, yeah.
You see.
It's great when you come back, you feel really super rich. But when you're there, you're like scraping through.
Yeah. And I think that's an important sort of shift. Because I think some people, they're like, I want to go overseas for money. Ooh, be careful.
No, you can't.
Be careful. There is a way that you can be strategic.
Yes.
So let's say you work in the UK for a year or two. If you live, the first rule of like any type of personal finance, which I think this is not financial advice, please. But I think it's just common sense, is live below your means. That's the first rule. Because if you're living beyond, then eventually you're going to run out of money. But if you live below, then you have that delta to say, of that difference, I'm going to put it into a savings account in South Africa.
Yes. And also save first. That's been one of the...
Not financial advice.
Not a financial advisor. Sorry. Just Christin Thomas giving her personal advice.
Yep.
But that was one of the big things that changed for me, is that I always kind of, when I was in articles, obviously you don't earn like the best. And it was always, okay, whatever I have left at the end of the month, I'll save. But you then end up just spending all your money. So now I literally pay all my bills, put everything into the savings account on the day my salary comes. So it's almost like I never had the money. So you never feel like, you having to take it away from yourself. It's just, it was never there.
Yeah. And then you live off of what's left.
Yes.
So then like, is it that you're like, it's not even like that you're living so tight. It's like you just have to live like this.
No, exactly.
You're always living tight.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. So this is based off of probably media stuff, but Cardi B, the musician, she once said on some interview that she spends $3 million a month.
How? On what?
So
that's like, ridiculous.
Yo, $3 million. So she's spending $36 million a year for lifestyle. Like
yeah.
And the thing about wealth, this is a quote from Alex Omozi, who's like an internet entrepreneur, business guy in the US. It's a great quote. Wealth is simply a ratio of what you spend versus what you earn.
Yes.
If you spend very little, if you can live off very little compared to what you make, that's wealth.
Yeah, perfect.
I don't know if you're spending 3 million if you have lots to save. If you have lots.
What is she doing? Buying a car every month. I'm so shook
how
by
many
that.
Cars? How many cars?
I'm so shook by that. But it makes sense. Like, the more you earn, the more you feel like you can spend on the luxuries, right? But you do have to take a step back and think, okay, is this a luxury, or is this something that I really need? And you have to be quite honest with yourself as well. You don't need 3 pairs of black jeans, you know? One's fine. We're all good. No one knows the difference between them anyway. So yeah. But yeah, UK's good. And you do have a nice life there. The weather's not great. But there's a lot of experiences that you wouldn't have if you didn't go overseas. Anywhere overseas. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. So I always think it's such a good thing for a person to go and venture out, get out of your comfort zone, and feel like, you know, the world is your oyster. So go and do the things that you can.
Yeah. You are someone who, from the outside looking in, I postulate, who values excellence, right?
Yes.
I was thinking about this the other day. You know, like a lot of us accounting students and chartered accountants, we come from that value of excellence. Is there an end to it?
I don't think so, but
so?
I think it's more from a personal thing.
Yeah.
I put a lot of pressure on myself to kind of excel in everything that I do. You know, you can become a chartered accountant, get a good job, and kind of just milk your way through life and do the normal thing, not, you know, be anything special. But I think if you are a person, maybe a bit like me, where you do want to always be the best, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and that is more, like I said, more of a personal thing than everyone is always going to be striving for excellence and having to get there and be that person. Yeah. Tough. I'm tough on myself.
I forgot. Why am I just bad at pulling the quotes? But I know
you've pulled so many quotes. I'm so impressed.
Look, I'm struggling with the sources, but I know the guy who I was chatting with who told me this. It's Mohammed.
Yes.
From My CA Hub.
Yes.
Where was the guy? You know what? I didn't investigate, so that was my bad. But it's a great quote. Basically, he said that in the general things, there is abundance.
Yes.
In the specifics, there's scarcity. And I was like, Mohammed, what are you talking about, bro? And he's like, no, dude, like, if you think about it, there's only one CEO.
Yes.
If you want to be CEO, it's a scarce position. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But if you want to, let's call it, be a millionaire, right? For an example.
Yeah. You can.
There's lots of money out there.
Yeah.
There's so many ways that you can do it. And I feel like, I guess, when you said best, that was the thing. Like, okay, it's when you want to be the best. And I don't know. I'm still sort of learning it myself, still exploring the world. But I think I do believe, or this thing strikes a chord in me of this quote by Pt1. Don't be the best, be the only.
That's good, yeah.
And I feel like, for me, so he's a big believer. He's such a huge contrarian thinker, but he's a big believer that competition is not good for the world.
Okay,
Which,
interesting.
he goes hard, that guy.
Wow.
He goes hard. Which is like, whoa. But I think on some level, I do agree with this in that the zero-sum game thinking, the I must win and you must lose sort of thinking.
Yeah.
It just doesn't gel with me.
I think it's maybe just a difference in like healthy and unhealthy competition. So it's about, is this competition making you better and making that other person better? And then it is good, right? It's good because you're helping other people achieve more, you're achieving more. But I don't think it's that mindset of, okay, I'm number one. Now everyone are like the first loser, second loser, third loser. That's where it becomes unhealthy, and that's when it's not good. And also, I mean, to be the best, you don't have to be number one. You can be part of the best. So it doesn't, it takes a village. There's a lot of people that you need to surround yourself with, all of that. So you don't have to be number one. You can be number 8. It's still part of top 10.
But I love that. I really do love that, you know, because coming back to that quote, it's the generals where there's abundance. If you want to be number one, you know, like if that's the best. And I think like there's also context to these things. You know, like what is this best that we're talking about? Is it going to have to pull someone else down? Because when you're part of the best, when you're just part of the club, there's enough space. You know, like there's enough space to be part of the company, to be part of the team. I really love that. I really, really do.
Good. I'm glad you love it.
I love it. I like literally love it. I think it's like it's a new, because I've been exploring this idea of being the best versus being the only. I think it's a new layer. I love it. Like there's certain ideas that you could write a whole book on.
Yes, you could, but we don't write. We speak.
We do both.
We can do both.
Look, I mean, you have to first, when you're preparing those APC lectures, you have to write stuff.
No, you do. And quite a lot of stuff at that.
Quite a lot of stuff.
Yes.
You have to retrieve it back from second year. CTA is coming up, eh?
You'll be fine.
But it's about to go hard, Christin.
You'll be fine, honestly. And you just got to focus. And that's the biggest thing. And you've got to love studying. I think that was a big thing for me in CTA. I actually really enjoyed it because, okay, I mean, it sounds so nerdy. And remember the introduction. I'm also really fun. But
caveat.
If you really enjoy studying and learning, maybe learning, not necessarily studying, but learning more, you enjoy the process of it, of studying. And that is, it helps you because you kind of get like, you don't feel like it's a chore. Oh no, now an exam's coming up. Now I have to study. Sadness. You kind of like, okay, cool. Like I get to learn more. This is fun. It's kind of like the brain thing, right? So.
Oh yeah. Excitement, nervousness, excitement. It's two sides of the same coin.
Yes.
There was this crazy idea from one of my friends who's just graduated.
Yes.
Super smart guy. His name's Peter. He's also like the second best in the world at Excel of university students, I guess.
I've heard there's this competition that happens.
So
I need to watch
you've
them.
Probably heard of the South African one.
Yeah.
Right? Renier Wessels is the guy who's he's an Excel MVP.
I mean, crazy.
Global, so it's crazy. But he basically heads up the South African competition. Peter went to the international one in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and came second. Crazy intelligent and brilliant.
Fastest
dude.
fingers first.
I think at certain levels, speed is a given.
Okay.
At certain levels.
Yeah.
And then it's those other things.
Skills.
It's interesting, like greatness, the tip of greatness, it's never basic. It's usually advanced, but advanced is never not the basics.
Yes.
Yeah. You always have to
I feel very passionate about that.
let me hear your thoughts on that.
No, so in the passing mindset, a lot of people struggle in APC because they feel like this is a advanced exam. But what they end up missing are the basics. And, you can't conclude on something without having thought through the basics. So it's something that I have to teach quite often in the passing mindset is you still have to tell them the basic things because you can't get to the advanced level without knowing and understanding and telling the marker that you know the basics. So yes, I feel very passionate about that. But anyway, back to Excel.
So yeah, Peter, this idea is so powerful. Basically, how he got through CTA at the beginning, this was the advice that he was giving me. At the beginning of it, he was so Peter's such a humble guy, but yeah. I hope he's listening to this. But he thought he thinks of himself as like lazy, and he thinks of himself as like, he's brilliant. But he at the beginning of the year, he's like, okay, let me transport myself to October. It's exam time. It's the week before the exam, and I am regretting not having studied that thing.
Yes.
Missed this thing. And he really just, like, he manifests. Like, he really just transports himself into that moment to get himself to study today.
That's smart.
It's an interesting, like, it's a different strategy.
Yeah.
Because yours is more it's very balanced. For him, like, literally his heart's beating. Like,
he's like, no.
He's feeling anxiety, like he's feeling pressure, and that's what gets him to
go. That motivation,
right?
Yeah.
So like this, it's interesting, these two different strategies. Yeah. Either, if we're dumbing this down to binary, we can learn to love the process.
Yes.
Or we can learn to appreciate the consequences of not.
Yeah. You need to find your motivation, whichever one it is. But I think this one's more sustainable. Yeah. I mean, it also takes a very special type of person to love studying. Not everyone loves studying.
But okay, how do you think there's a way that we can cultivate that though?
I think you can. Mm-hmm. You definitely can. I think it comes down to
be continued in part 2. See you next week.